You know, the players from management to the back staff, everyone on the ground shows up and at the end of the day, it dominates the game. So round of applause to everyone that's in this inner circle. Please give yourselves a round of applause. Alright, so I should say that was a big say. And before now I jump on to the boring stuff, which is going to sound a bit boring because that's basically what you know. I just want to remind you that the toilets, gentlemen, you are on the left-hand side wall. Ladies, you are on the right-hand side wall. If you do want to smoke this evening, which I believe that nobody smokes, but if you do smoke or vape, smoking cigarettes and vaping, it's all beta cut, the undercut. So nothing in here. And by the way, as you can see on the screen over here, we've got the hashtag Bulls Awards 2025. So the rules are quite simple. Ek dink hulle almal ken my beloftes as die ou in die middel van die veld wat altyd skree, "Waar is lekker?" Ek dink jy kan beter doen. Waar is lekker? Ja, ek is daai ou. Ek dink dit is 'n bietjie lekker vanaand. So basically, I want everyone please this evening to use the hashtag Bulls Awards. As many pictures as you can take this evening. It is very important. The word trend has moved on from the mid-2025. We are moving now to the new term, which is ranking. So we want this evening to rank at number one, hashtag Bulls Awards 2025. This also goes for the players. Gentlemen, ladies, when you come up on stage, bring your phone with, I want you to take the selfie, hashtag Bulls Awards 2025. Now, that's it from my side. To kick off this evening, and before I introduce my stunning partner that will be joining me, I want to first welcome on stage the president himself. It is not Ramaphosa, but the man himself. They know him on stage at Times Square. Dames en heren, mag geraas weer Willem Strauss!
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a real honor to welcome you to tonight's function, 2024-25 season. It was another tremendous season, and I think we were all looking forward to the upcoming season. First of all, I want to welcome the board members of the BBO Group Company, the staff, Edgar, the CEO, and the rest of the personnel, also the BBRU. I saw Sabat here, and Ben Eybers, the Deputy President. And then I think a huge welcome for our commercial partners. There's some sweet owners here, sponsors involved, and if I can put the spotlight on one specific sponsor, and in my best Afrikaans, I had to Google to find out what it says in English, maar as jy nou mondig word, you come of age. That's a tremendous English saying. But we are 21 years involved with Vodacom. So Sito, Michelle, let's give them a huge round of welcome. Surely I don't like to brag about the Bulls people that know me, you know that. But I surely think that there's no greater association between a sponsor and any sport team for that matter in South Africa than Vodacom and the Bulls. I mean, even people, will talk about the Vodacom Bulls, nobody talks about the FNB Springboks or whatever. So I think it's just an incredible relationship, and I look forward to the next 21 years. Hopefully by then, Sito, you will still be around and we can criticize the people that came after us. I think also from our side, obviously to the most important people here tonight, well, the second most important people, but the Vodacom Bulls. Guys, we had a tremendous season. And the accolades tonight obviously will show that. I look forward to the guys receiving prizes, but we are team sport. I mean, nothing is possible without your teammates, all our guys from the Springboks. We're very proud of you. Looking forward to Saturday's game as well. We're still an absolute part of the pathway of South African rugby, and may that continue. But then I think we get to the most important people here tonight, and so I want to welcome up to their heart. And that is the lovely wives and the lovely girlfriends of the players. Let's give them a huge round. Happy wife, happy life, and happy wife, happy life. But I think that you're such an important part of this whole ecosystem of the dynamics of a rugby team. You know, when you are positive, that will convey to the player as well, and he will be positive. It is a team sport, and you're part of the team. If you're going to criticize whoever, then he's also going to become negative. So you're such an important part, and I was actually the other evening at office, and the headmaster spoke to the 1,000 boys who were sitting there in front of him, and he said to them, boys, hy sê, man, as julle vanaand by die huis kom, dan gaan jy na jou maat toe. Hy sê, van dankie. Dankie dat ma my toebroodjies maak. Dankie dat ma my help met die huiswerk. Dankie dat ma my rondlei. Dankie dat ma my trui was, ensovoorts. Hy sê, as jy met hom haatklaar is, dan gaan jy na jou pa toe. Hy sê, pa, dankie dat ma vir ma gekies het. So thank you guys for taking such beautiful ladies. It's really a pleasure to welcome you here as well. I think also a huge welcome to the media. Maybe just a comment, guys. I see you keep on making the same mistake every weekend, every now and then when we lose. We never lose, we just run out of time. Just keep that in mind, because it's something very important to keep in mind. I think if we look back at the past season, it was a tremendous season once again, reaching the URC final for the third time in 4 years. Yeah, we did lose all the finals, but I think reaching a final is much more difficult than turning a losing final into a winning final. So it's around the corner. I'm sure everybody, huge word as welcome as well to our new coach, head coach Johan Ackerman. Let's put our hands together for Johan. Somebody that drives culture and is already going very tough at the pre-season training. I like that. Johan is like me, when he cut his blood, it's blue. So Johan was that representation for them. I think if we look at the upcoming season, and I really think it's definitely, without doubt, one of the strongest squads that we had in the professional era. And I have no doubt about it. I actually spoke to Victor Manfield the other evening, and we were comparing this squad to that 2007-2009 squad, and they very much alike. We actually came to the feeling that we got more depth in this squad. So really looking forward to this season. I think luck will also go our way, hopefully, especially when it comes to playoff rugby. But for all our shareholders, all the role players at the Vodacom Bulls, guys, we can't wish you more luck for the upcoming season. It's out of the depth of our hearts. Make us proud, make this brand proud. We are 87 years old. This is a world-renowned rugby brand on a world stage. I see when I go overseas, when I'm at Leinster, people will talk about the Blue Bulls, about Northern Transvaal, about players of 50, 60 years ago. It's really a privilege to be part of this and to have a legacy left behind. And you guys are doing that, and I take my hats off to you. Welcome everybody. Let's enjoy the evening.
Alright, so thank you so much, Prince. Really appreciate that. I should also mention that we did have, an amazing year as part of the Vodacom Bulls, as part of Loftus itself. If I should highlight some of the moments, we packed Loftus a few times this year and innovated both on and off field, and we gave our people, the fans, something to cheer and smile about. We hosted one of the most memorable semi-finals. Come on! That was amazing. Vodacom United Rugby Championship. And even though we got a little bit, it's a soft spot anyway. We still came out on top of the day after this bang. Our unstoppable Isuzu Bulls Daisies! Well done to you guys, ladies, women's division, and once again, you brought the silverweight division back at home. And man, shout out to your coaches, your staff, and everyone that's backing you. So as I said a bit earlier on, tonight is all about celebrating, and we're gonna jump straight into the awards this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, so this handsome man, come here, sexy. Come here. Your vrouw is niet hier, right? He's like it straight. This handsome man right over here will be assisting me with handing over the awards. Yeah, man, please show everybody how hot you look this evening. Walk down there and come back up. Let's go, Yummy baby! Hy het op die titel, buk op die buitjie. Okay, gaan staan aan jou eie hoekie. Mooi man, gedraai jouself vanavond. Alright, here we go. So, Getting into the ropes with any further delays, this time into what we call the Under-19s 2024 season. I should say these are big boys, and I thought Under-19s are that big, but I do have some exciting news. Tonight we'll honor and award the 2024 group as the current season hasn't officially started yet. It's a bit of a strange one tonight as the current Under-19s and Under-21s are in Bethlehem. Now, if you were playing in the Vrystaat before, you understand that Voortrekker Hoërskool, the was die hoërskool in the Vrystaat in Bethlehem. I remember back in my days, for a whole week we had to eat pap that. Because for some reason they eat krimmel pap in Bethlehem. So you had to match them at some point. Ladies and gentlemen, the Under-19s won by 40-16. Another proud one, the Under-21s won by 45-38. Round of applause. And that was the warm-up game against the Sharks. Right, to assist us with presenting the awards for the Vodacom Bulls Under-19, may I call the captain of the ship himself. And this man needs no introduction. You know him. He is very handsome. This short, I'm taller than him. He still remains my boss. Please, let's welcome on stage Edgar Rambo. Alright, so here we go. Let's jump straight into the Under-19s. These are your nominees. As well as the highlights of this season. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Under-19 back of the year.
The nominees for the Vodacom Bulls Under-19 back of the year are JT Kabak, C. January, Daniel van der Merwe, Dimitri Erasmus.
Alright, Under-19 back of the year, and the winner is JT Kabak. JT! JT, I did. That's a fine. That's a fine. We're gonna find him, right? We're finding him. You didn't bring yourself over. Yeah. Okay, kom terug, kom. Maak je voet terug, maak je voet terug. You have to take a selfie. Jesus is the plan. And remember to use the hashtag Bulls Awards 2025. Smile. Alright, moving forward, Under-19 forward of the year. The nominees.
The nominees for the Vodacom Bulls Under-19 forward of the year are Samuel Lopez, Shumandre Skuman, Jean Erasmus, Dieter Schubert,
And the winner is
John Erasmus.
Jacques Erasmus. It's okay. Don't forget your phone. Alright, under 19's player of the year. This means he gets judged by his team and he has to earn respect of the boys around. Ladies and gentlemen, let's dive straight into the Vodacom Bulls under 19's player of the year. Nominees. And the winner is. Remember your team voted for this one.
Aubrey van der Wester.
Andre!
Yes.
Yeah, nice one. That's how point. Alright, so we're going to move over to the under 21, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, tonight we honor the award of the 2024 group as the current season hasn't officially started yet. And as mentioned before, the under 21s are playing out they played already out in Bethlehem. So none of the current players, the coaches and management from those groups are here this evening. Let's have a quick look at their highlights. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, under 21 back of the year. So the winner, remember to bring us up on the stage. Jumping to our first category, let's have a look at the nominees for the Vodacom Bulls under 21 back of the year.
Vodacom Bulls under 21 back of the year are Stephen Nell, Logan Opperman, Jacob Benton, Alfonso Isaacs.
And the winner is
Logan Opperman.
Logan. So we're going to move over to the under 21 forward of the year. We honor the big boys, the ones grinding in the engine room. Let's have a look at the Vodacom Bulls under 21 forward of the year. Here's your nominees.
The nominees for the Vodacom Bulls under 21 forward of the year are Courtney Beats, Abunele Nababi, Kano February, Marco Ferreira.
Any winners?
Corneille Beets.
If there are no nominees for this one, it is all about who decide as part of your teammates. And the winner for Player of the Year is...
You can just stay up. Cornay Beers.
So I guess it's doing an interview over there. We're going to move on. We'll give them this award a bit later on because it's definitely the media room. Mr. Edgar, thank you so much for your assistance. And most importantly, thank you for everything that you do for the Vodacom Bulls staff and Loftus. Check you a bit later. Let's move on to Isuzu Bulls Daisies. Onto a category that we'll all be waiting for. A group that excelled, showed strength, and man delivered and made us proud. Now this group is the epitome of having fun. They sing along, they dance along, they smile. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies. And to assist me in presenting this category, may I call upon Tando Manana, BB Co-Executive, HP Women's and Strategic Projects, more affectionately known as Loftus, as Pa. Alright, so to give this category off, let's start with the lean bean backs, try scoring machines. Ladies and gentlemen, Isuzu Bulls Daisies Back of the Year. Here are your nominees.
The nominees for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies Back of the Year are Patience Mugone, Irana Dolph, Chuma Lawe.
Alright, Paul. You're supposed to say CM. The winner is Patience Mugone. Patience! So moving on to the Isuzu Bulls Daisies Forward of the Year, but I mean, you got some insane forwards. I mean, the decision to come and decide how you chose this forward, I mean, what went all in there?
The decision is always a rugby one. So we look at a forward that's consistent from pre-season into the games. I mean, we had a single round this year, so the player had to be consistent. There's only 6 games to be played, and then we had the semis and the finals. And I think it's a deserved winner. Most line breaks, most defenders beaten, and also most tackles made within the forwards group.
All right, Isuzu Bulls Daisies Forwards of the Year.
The nominees for the Isuzu Bulls Daisies Forward of the Year are Faith Chauke, Sianda Gotlekana, Anati Kolo,
Alright, so just to announce that this winner is currently with the Springboks or somewhere in South Africa, but the winner is
Faith Chauke.
and we have a video from Faith on the screen. And I know Faith's friend, you can come pick it up for her. Here is Faith on the screen.
Thank you very much for that. What they are there. It has been a really great honor to be nominated. Thank you to my teammates. Thank you to my coaches. Have a wonderful night. I wish to be here, but difficult. Just enjoy.
Alright, we're getting heated as we move over to Players Player of the Year, also nominated by your fellow players. Shall we jump into it and find out who is Isuzu Bulls Daisy's Player of the Year?
Sizopila Solonzi.
Sizo Pila! And I do know that someone is going to pick up that award for her. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sizo on the screen.
I would like to thank GP Consult and my teammates at the Isuzu Bulls Daisies for recognizing me in this category. Thank you.
Well done. All right, Paul, thank you so much. We're going to see you later again. Thank you. So we're moving to one of the oldest rugby competitions in the country or in the world, one that is proudly South African and true to the spirit of the game right here at home. Ladies and gents, it's time for the Carling Curry Cup. Just to clear up, we'll be honoring the 2024 competition. To assist me with presenting this category, may I first call up the man with a master plan, undoubtedly the calmest and coolest coach in business. Make some noise for Coach Pete Wade. Also speaking of calm and cool legends, to assist coaches joining fit the profile perfectly, history could start a boy band. Make some noise for Werner Krier and Kenny Simba. While they walk up to the stage, here comes some of the highlights. Right, so here we come, back of the year. We're climbing into it. It's time to honor the backline player that excels in the tournament. Let's have a look at the nominees.
The nominees for the 2024 Carling Curry Cup Back of the Year are Chris Smith, Jakob van der Walt, Bernard van der Linde,
And the winner.
The winner is Chris Barnum Smith.
for the players to listen to you. So far we've got 5 fines coming up this evening because nobody's bringing their cell phone for a selfie. That's already a problem. So you guys will just punish them tomorrow. I'm going to punish them tonight. Tomorrow it's your turn. All right, so let's move on to the Curry Cup Forward of the Year. That is, what goes into it to select and find the right prop as a legendary prop himself?
It's obviously it's a tough spot to play. It's a player that loves the dark spaces of rugby. So yeah, I think it's a special type of character. It's normally one of the characters in the group as well. So yeah, like I say, it's a combination of grit, determination. Like I said, I already mentioned special character, but work rate as well. So I'd say it's a combination of those.
So just one more. What makes this guy special to win this award? What's your one? Let's go to Forward of the Year.
Nominees for the 2024 Carling Curry Cup Forward of the Year are Joe van Sale, Camilo Gumede, Janus Gersten.
That is, the winner is Joe Patel.
Alright, so we're moving on to the Carling Curry Cup Players of the Year. So once again, this one is obviously decided by the players themselves. The Curry Cup Players of the Year and Ivenet S. Ding 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 ding. Bilo Kumet, the tall guy. Seems like he's not here this evening, that's all good. We're going to move on to the Carling Curry Cup Player of the Year. This is a big one. This guy, Zadok, performed the best in the tournament and excelled in all fronts. Coach Pierre, without giving your name away, what did you guys look for?
The best player of the year? No, it's literally what Mary said. It's a guy who goes the extra mile every single time. Probably does the work that's unseen. Not always a man of the match, but the most appreciated for.
All right, that's a powerful one. Here are your nominees.
The nominees for the 2024 Carling Curry Cup Player of the Year are Janus Gersten, Gersten, Joe van Sale.
And the winner is
Flam Kesten.
Let's go! Thank you so much, gentlemen. We truly appreciate it. I mean, Player of the Year, and how does it feel?
Big privilege. Yeah, it's nice to get an award, but I mean, there was a lot of work put into the Curry Cup. Coach Piwe, Barry's, Coach Kennedy, I think most of them, their first Curry Cup as coaches, you know, it's so hard to give a single person credit for that because really it was, we had a nice pre-season, nice camp team. Well, actually it was short. It was end of the URC and, and we didn't have a lot of time to prepare for the Currie Cup, but we had a nice camp and gelled quite quickly and yeah, really credit to all the coaches, the players, honestly. You know, so many great players that could have gotten the thing. So yeah, taking it for the team. Thanks guys, it was really good.
Well, yes, I'll throw down my phone. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to the tournament that has generated mass excitement for us around the world, and especially with the big dogs from across Europe. The Investec Champions Cup takes 24 elite clubs, 8 each of the Gallagher Premiership, URC, and top 14, putting them into 4 pools of 6. This is the best of the best. To assist me with presenting this category, may I first call upon a warrior that has fought in front of the lines and the highest levels of this game, also the tallest springbok of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Coach Andries Becker! While Coach is walking out, I want to call the man himself who forced me to wear these amazing sneakers from Puma, which I'm loving them, by the way. Henry, come on stage, man. I love these sneakers, bro. Come on stage, all the way from Puma, Henry Serrani. And now for the horse among those thorns to represent the brand. A tough one, she is in the boardroom, ladies and gents. Sipingi Wetmabo from Isuzu. Also help me welcome a newcomer to our family at Loftus, a man with big plans for this relationship, Nick Moyo from World Sports Bet. Let's have the look at the highlights. Alright, so it's time to honor the backline player that excels in the Tournament of Champions. This award is proudly sponsored by Puma, and let's be honest, it's perfectly fitting for their brand. ICC Back of the Year, here are your nominees.
The nominees for the Investec Champions Cup Back of the Year are Kanan Mooney, David Cleo, Ambrose Papi.
Alright, we're going to hear it for Andy himself and the winners. Kanan Mooney. Who's Mooney now? Congratulations to Kanan himself, as you know that he's not here this evening. We're going to move over to ICC Forward of the Year. Anybody else seeing the link between the hard-working, heavy-lifting forward and the Isuzu Baki itself? Ladies and gentlemen, here are your nominees.
The nominees for the Investec Champions Cup Forward of the Year are J.F. van Heerden, Marcel Lucia, Cameron Hanekom.
Cameron Honeycomb.
By the way, take no time. Take cameras in no time.
So, by the way, love your coach in the ground. Yes. Okay, you can from my phenomenal, right?
100%.
Sweet. So, just, you've collected, it's been an amazing one for you. Besides the fact that you have a very beautiful woman, how's your rehab coming along?
Now we're getting there, day by day. We have to take it day by day.
Okay, way by way. Darky tabs. Alright, so we're going to move over to ICC Players Player of the Year. When you see the winner, you'll understand the Brentford, the guy takes some big hits on the field, big risks also, and gets the big payouts for the team. So once again, here are your nominees. ICC Players Player of the Year. Here are your nominees. Oh no, we don't have nominees. Oh, don't scream on me, boss. I can't get by my way. Let's go to the winner for World Sports Rating.
And the winner is Wilco Lowe.
Welcome home! I love the comments.
Remember yourself, Father. Assobiu yourself with the ball on. Vamos a pequeño. Who will go? All right, this is a big one in this category.
This guy undoubtedly performed the best during this tournament, excelled on all fronts. Coach Andres, without giving the name away, what makes this guy stand out? Why does he deserve to win ICC Player of the Year?
He loves a black label.
By the way, ek is so baie oor gevra. My niks vra nie asseblief. My niks vra nie. Ek weet nie wat om te sê nie. Okay, besides the black label, what else?
Just hard work, every day, continuous hard work.
Alright, let's jump straight to the nominees.
The nominees for the Investment Champions Cup Player of the Year are Cameron Honeycomb, Marcel Dussier, Kanan Moody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is
Cammy Honeycomb.
Cameron Honeycomb! Another one.
No, just arrived. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Kenny says I've just arrived.
No comment. All right, this is the big one. We all enjoy it. We all love it when it comes back home. It is time for your Vodacom United Rugby Championship. What an amazing season it was. We came so close being crowned the champions of Vodacom United Rugby Championship. Our boys played their hearts out, but hey, someone has to win. But at the end of the day, we secured the series and we brought them back home like a full house. It was packed. So to assist me in presenting these awards, we are called upon the man who's probably known as one of the nicest guys in this business and widely respected for an insane rugby IQ. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome on stage Chris Rousseau. Also to join me on stage, a lady that has done so much, not just for the Vodacom Bulls, but also for rugby in this country. And we should state it, and we should notice it, that this woman makes a huge impact. Ladies and gentlemen, the stunning, the beautiful Michelle Hayden. Also to join them on stage, the man who carries the responsibility for our title sponsor on his broad shoulders. Please make some noise for the CEO of Vodacom, Situ Akosi. Let's go straight to the highlights. So, Vodacom United Rugby Championship back of the year. Now before we get straight to the nominees, I mean, you should know better, right? What does it take to become back of the year?
I would say you need to have big moments and big games and be consistent over the season.
Sweet and short, straight to the point. Nominees.
The nominees for the Vodacom United Rugby Championship back of the year are David Gill, Sebastian de Klerk, Kane Mooney.
And the winner is
David Gill.
David! Yeah! Round of applause for David Gill, y'all. It's like that, put the selfie there. Donkey eyes there. There's a machine. There's a machine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to move over to Forward of the Year. Now, before, obviously, we move over to Forward of the Year, Michelle, you were there right through amper elke game. I mean, what do you think of the season so far?
Mac, why do you always give me the hard questions?
Because you're the boss, lady, come on! Flex, now you have to flex, eh?
The first thing I want to say is I'm very grateful I'm not standing next to Andres Beckers this evening. Because that's just awkward. It was an amazing season, it always is. As partners, we take the highs and the lows. It's not just about the highs. We are with the Vodacom Bulls through the hard times. Semi-final was unbelievable. We couldn't have asked for a better result. It was tough and it was tough to be there. But like I said, it's not about the good times only. And we are looking forward to a new season, but we're very proud to be part of the Vodacom Bulls in the good and the bad.
Oh, beautiful. And still Vodacom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Forward of the year.
The nominees for the Vodacom United Rugby Championship Forward of the Year are Wilco Lowe, Cameron Harnagon, Wibbers Lisa.
All right, Mr. C2, would like this is the CEO going to announce it. CEO. The winner is
Cameron Harnagon.
Kevin! Thank you so much, Kevin. Another one. Right, Vodacom United Rugby Championship. Players, Player of the Year, also voted by your own teammates. And the winner of this one is... Alright, so before I jump over to Vodacom United Rugby Championship Player of the Year, Mr. C2, from your side, I mean, how's the evening going for you? What do you think so far of the awards? And by the way, thank you in advance, and thank you guys from Vodacom for everything that you do for the family.
It's a privilege. I mean, I think a privilege to be here and a great honor to the players who've put in all the hard work, all the hard yards where no one sees it. And it's moments like this where they get a little bit of reward for what they've done, but I think throughout the season, everyone they bring joy to on every Saturday. All the families who come, all the kids who come, everything they bring to the Gees in Loftus is quite incredible. So I think a night like tonight to celebrate that is pretty special.
Oh, round of applause to CEO. Yeah, here I thought I've got a radio voice. Here is gevaarlijk. Yes, what a steal. Let's move on straight to the nominees.
The nominees for the Vodacom United Rugby Championship Player of the Year are David Gill, Cameron Harnagon, Wilco Lowe.
Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to move over to the special awards this evening. But before we get there, let's take a moment and appreciate that, man. This guy carries us from every single season to every single season, off field, on field. I'm gonna call him up on stage because I really wanna shake his hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that makes all the players look good in the photos and videos, please welcome on stage, Johan Reijers! We truly appreciate your work. We want to say thank you. And guys, let's give this guy a round of applause one more time. He works really hard for the Vodacom Blues. And he's unhappy for not. Johan, you've got a... No, get off. What are you doing? You've got no award this year. Try next year. And by the way, to take note, this man is officially 21 years in the game as part of the Vodacom Bulls. All right, there are literally 7 major awards to go. We'll break them up into 2 parts this evening just to manage the flow of the recipients. To present the next 4 awards, may I call upon Janine Roberts, head of brand from Bright Rock, an ambassador of Playing the Bounce, a slogan that speaks to embracing life and twists and turns it takes. Janine, kom asseblief op verhoog. We also want to call upon Vickers Pace. I'm not going to ruin his moment, but I know he's here. Vickers, kom straight op verhoog van mij alsjeblieft. The representative from RAM and Richard to also join me on the stage. Alright, so Employee of the Year brought to you by Bright Rock. The Bright Rock Bounce Employee of the Year recognizes someone who has demonstrated exceptional resilience in the face of change, whether on the field or off the field. And this requires a very unique individual who has shown the ability not to adapt to change, but to also deliver this year and deliver beyond. This is a person who goes an extra mile, delivers excellence, and spreading positivity, energy with the process. Janine, I believe that you've got the Goofat, right? All right. Oh, you've got the bounce player's name. Bounce!
Player of the year goes to Colin Koza.
Colin! Colin, employee of the Bright Rock, bounce employee. Yeah, man, you showed up. You showed up. I should mention that this man, if you see him at doctors every time, he always has a smile on his face. I don't even know when it's cut for. Like, I can't understand how you doing today, my bro. Always ready, always ready. Congratulations, man, one more time. Thank you for your service. So we're going to move over to Newcomer of the Year, brought to you by RAM. The next award celebrates a player that bursts onto the scene and breaks down every obstacle in their path or in his path. A youngster that plays with a maturity way beyond his years and has performed at the highest level, getting people to remember his name, and the winner is...
Gideon Johannes.
Gideon Johannes! The side stepper. Where your foots are, please. Was het voor? Wat?
Hey, don't charge me, guys. We follow you. We're gonna check you out, man. We're gonna check you out.
Alright, so moving on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen, the Vodacom Bulls Newcomer of the Year, proudly sponsored by Ram Courier, is... Johan Groller. Johan Groller! While Front is still on stage and taking the picture, I should also mention we celebrate this player that bursts into scene, breaks down every obstacle. Johan Groller is the newcomer of the year. We salute you and thank you for all that you do on and off the field. Proudly sponsored by Ram Couriers. Alright, so we're going to move over to Team Man of the Year, brought to you by Richelieu. I think you guys can still stay here for me. We're far. Alright, so actually we're just going to move on to this one. The Team Man of the Year award goes to the player that only delivers between the four white lines, putting his body on the line every time he puts the jersey on, but also goes over and beyond our side of the play. This is the guy that has more heart than muscles and will not only do whatever it takes, but will also take whatever he has to. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vodacom Bulls Team Man of the Year is Cameron Harnick. Cameron! Alright, thank you so much for joining me on stage. Truly appreciate it. Let's go. Thank you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move over to the next session. We're now down to final three. It doesn't get too much better than this. These are the three MVPs, one from the Susan Bulls Daisies, one for the Vodacom Bulls Juniors, and one for the Vodacom Bulls Seniors. Welcome to the business end. To present the final three awards, may I ask the following people to join me on stage. Tando Manana, please come through, sir. Pa. Mr. Stefan van der Merwe, the Verhoogde Sabrine, our Chief Commercial Officer, and probably the most lekker that you will want to care with. May I also ask Suju Jalus, CEO of Vodacom, Edgar Redbone, CEO of the Vodacom Bulls, Willem Straas, President of the BBRU, to also join us one more time. Alright, so Bob, the Susan Bulls Daisies, without giving the name away, what do you guys look for when choosing this individual?
First and foremost, we just want to thank all our partners, especially Suzu, for being our main sponsor. And it's it's a great achievement for the women's team to have that partner that takes us forward and make sure that we realize our dreams and ambition within the department. But most importantly, to your question, is being awarded the accolade of the best player in the team. You need people around you, and I think that's what we looked at. Is we looked at a player that really led from the front. When we were a bit down, if you look at the final, we were 17-all, and that player came up for us. And also we look at some of the other things that, for example, during the campaign on who really shone and who really made proud the team in taking them forward, but also from a leadership perspective as well, and also just making sure that they get us over the line.
Alright, so let's jump straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bulls Ladies MVP is... Caesar Pina. She's not here, ladies and gentlemen. Here is Caesar on the video.
Daisies MVP for 2025. That's me. I would have loved to be with you guys tonight, but duty calls. But thank you for the recognition. Cheers.
Alright, Junior MVP, brought to you by Afri. So Steph, you're going to assist with this one, Vodacom Bulls Junior MVP. Steph, I know that you're not a rugby coach, but what does it mean to be part of the brand?
You're right, I'm not a rugby coach, but I probably because of good reasons for that. But it is the brand, yes. If we talk about the brand, it's pure passion, pride, I think strength, physicality. We've got a rich history in our brand tradition, but the essence boiled down for me, this is the blow machine. And we talked about coaches, and we're privileged to have coaches to make sure that machine is well oiled.
Azai, of een machine heeft genoeg branden bij. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the Bulls Daisies MVP is... The senior MVP brought to you by Vodacom, and this one is also a very special one. It is the Vodacom Bulls MVPs of the Year, proudly sponsored by the greatest sponsor in the world, which is Vodacom Press. Can you come a bit closer to me? I've got a question for you. What does it take to win a senior MVP?
Well, Andre said that Kevin the drinks like label, you know, drink Ronald and Coke for work. Obviously, this is the player. Well, this specific player transformed our team, so I'm not going to say anything more. When we mention the name, everybody will know what I'm talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vodacom Bulls MVP is... you so much, gentlemen. Should appreciate it. So, I think I'm going to call up Edgar. Edgar, please come back. I'm going to call up you up for this one. So, also, I'm going to call Vikas. Now, Vikas is the winner of obviously the Vodacom Bulls fan competition. Vikas, come join us on stage, man. Give him a round of applause. Voted by Fans Player of the Year online. Congratulations, Vikas, on your amazing award. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment right here, and it's got everything to do with fans. The Vodacom Bulls Fans Player of the Year goes to, drum roll, Michelle will hand over this one to Cameron. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the man of Cameron Harcourt. Now we've got to the end of the evening, and I'm going to call the CEO back on stage. I'm going to do a house while he's walking out. Dinner will be plated. It's a plated meal this evening. So sit tight, freshen up your drinks, wait till the scene is done. And a bit later on, we've got Christian Barkman on stage, as well as Tabiso Kambule, who's going to be entertaining you on the ones and twos.
Yeah, thank you, Mac. Good evening, everybody. Please allow me a few moments just to say a few thanks and just say a few words. I know everybody's hungry and we'll get there soon. It's a great privilege to stand here tonight at the Vodacom Bulls Players of the Year Awards as CEO of the company and just be proud of what we can present here tonight. It's a company with unbelievable staff that really do go the extra mile, but all of this isn't possible without unbelievable sponsors. I think we're privileged to be the rugby team in this country that's got the sponsors that have stuck with us for the longest times. You know, our main sponsors, as Willem mentioned, Vodacom, 21 years now. If you look at Uthri, if you look at Isuzu, more than 10 years. If you look at Puma, going on to 15 years. So we must be doing something right, and the partners see value in us. And it's really proud to be associated with this brand. Evening like tonight can't be possible without event sponsors. And then we want to thank Vodacom, SAB, Heineken, and TCL. Your generosity has really made this possible. And again, it's a wonderful evening to be part of. And then obviously there's service providers. This venue that you see tonight can't just look like this every time. We've got M Productions and a limited events group. Your expertise in sound and tech and event setup has been exceptional. And then obviously the Glass Castle and Silver Lakes Hotel. I said it last year, and I'm going to say it again, this venue has really transformed eventing in Pretoria. And I urge all of you, if you have events, to use this venue. It's unbelievable to work with them. And it's a great addition to Pretoria. Then to our players, your dedication and performance has really inspired us all. And the management and the staff, I don't think everybody understands the work that goes in behind the scenes, behind this team. Obviously everybody sees what happens on the pitch, but the stress that happens behind the scenes, what the coaches, fitness staff, the physios, everybody puts in, and then obviously the office staff is unbelievable. And this is really a team effort to get us to this point every year, playing in finals, playing in the competitions. As Willem mentioned, the families and partners they are the most important. We can't do this without you. You are the backbone of this organisation. But before we celebrate our achievements, there's two individuals that I want to honour tonight. Part of the video in the beginning was Cornel Hendricks. Obviously, Cornel was an integral part of this organisation. He was the spirit of the team for many, many years. Sadly passed away this year. He will definitely never be forgotten, but still very much missed. And then the second person that I want to honour tonight is a lady that has shown unbelievable strength. Not many of you know, but Lucinda is going through a tough time with health. She's the most celebrated women's rugby player in this country. And she would have been at the World Cup, going to the World Cup now with this women's team. Unfortunately can't, but we really want to honour her strength and her power and her leadership. She's an unbelievable human being. If we talk about journeys, and obviously we've got the media here as well, everybody loves to write about the Bulls and 4 finals, 4 losses. That is our story so far. 4 times we walked into a battle believing we come out as champions. 4 times we gave it everything we had and still came up short. The reality is some teams don't even have that chance. But as we've been there again and again and again, people might say it's a failure. I say it's not. I see it as proof. Proof that we belong at the top. Proof that we're not here by luck. We're here because we've earned every step of this journey. And the evidence of that strength is clear across this entire club. Reaching a URC final for the 2nd consecutive year was a monumental achievement. Whilst we finished runners-up, we had 9 players in the top 100. Our contribution to the Springboks is always something we pride ourselves in. This year, for the Springbok alignment camp, 17 Vodacom Bulls players was called up. Not to forget the Isuzu Bulls daisies. Going to the World Cup now, there's 16 players from our team in that World Cup squad. Through the year, 20 players participated. It was always our dream that when we started this project, that we will empower the Springbok women to perform better at the world stage. The Springbok women beat the New Zealand team the other day for the first time in history. I believe this will be their best World Cup yet, and I also believe that is mainly thanks to what we've done for women's rugby in this union and turning it professional. So, all the best for the women at the World Cup. So in retrospect, we celebrate and are encouraged by our highs and learn from our lows. But make no mistake, this team isn't built just to be there. We're not chasing silver medals, we're not chasing almost, we're not chasing finishing, we are chasing finishing what we started. This coming season, our team will be driven by a core value system. And I'm sharing this with you because it's a bit of a behind the scenes. Because I want you as partners and commercial partners and sponsors and supporters to hold us accountable to them. So all that. Our core value this year, to sum it up, be great to inspire. We've broken up great into its letters. The G is gratitude. What does that mean? It means that team and family first. It means there's exclusivity at the Vodacom Bulls. It means there'll be a caring attitude. It means everybody, inside and outside, will feel at home at Loftus Versfeld. And we'll enjoy every moment like we enjoyed tonight. The R is for respect. Respect means Ubuntu. I am because we are. We will be humble in victory and defeat, and we will serve each other. The E is for excellence. Excellence, we'll always want to chase perfection, but we'll settle for excellence. There's an internal drive. We'll be adaptable. We'll be brave and courageous. We'll be committed to continued improvement, and we will outwork everyone that comes up against us on this field. The A is for accountability, self-discipline. We'll be prepared, we'll know our job, and we'll work towards this community and this jersey. The T is for trust. Trust is more than just integrity, it's character. It's to be competent in what we do, on and off the field. It's to have clear and honest communication with stakeholders, players, and employees, and we will be reliable. That is our motto for this year, and please hold us responsible if you engage with us and we don't live up to that. Lastly, there's two people that I want to thank for tonight that's played a massive part in putting this together. Chanel, I know you're right there at the back. Thank you. And then Stefan van der Merwe. For this commercial and marketing team to put together an event like this is really something special. It's hours and hours of work and hours of stressing and brainchilds. But to be honest, if I look at the graphics and stuff going to the screen up here, it's really world class, and I'm really proud to be involved with them. We're going to play out with a little video just of the highlights of the year, but I want to end off by saying that, listen, thanks everybody for being here. Please enjoy your dinner. Please enjoy the rest of the evening and drive safe home. Thank you.
Alright, what is it over here? Moments we have from Montevideo to internationally. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, the meals are coming around. Just hang tight. We do have absolute amazing entertainment from you. From Johan Shepard will be back on stage, Christian Bartman as well as the one and only sitting right here in front in his young looking 6 outfit, Tabiso Kambulu. So have a blessed and beautiful evening. That's all. Thank you.